Very good morning to all of you. Myself, Professor Mohidakkar Mirza from Maulana Mukhtar International Technical Campus. This might be our last class to complete the syllabus. Already, all the part of the syllabus we have completed, and this is the last part of your last lecture of your class, and this country girder example overview will be complete soon. Will be complete soon. So already we have seen how to find out the NCR in this example. Okay. So now we will go for further. I will take some back so that you can know that which part we have completed. So the design example we started on last class with this given criteria that weight of crane girder is 180 kilonewton, weight of crab or motor is 50 kilonewton, and crane capacity is 200 kilonewton, and span of crane girder is 16 meter, center distance of gantry column 6 meter is man. It means that the span of gantry is given, and minimum hook approach for the bridge girder is 1.2 meter. Weight of rail is 0.25 kilonewton per meter, and wheelbase is 3 meter for your bridge girder. So this bridge girder load, one of wheel load will be near to that, and the weight of girder will act at the center. Okay, the weight of crane girder, that's 180 kilometer is acting at the center as a point load, and here 200 per 250 is the load of the it is crane capacity, and 50 that is it act. And then we have to find out the reaction, and the reaction is nothing but the load on your gantry girder. So gantry girder figures or examples we have already seen. I am not repeating like that. So this is the gantry girder. All two wheels one side and two wheels another side will be there. So maximum reaction you can find out, and then maximum vertical static wheel load on single wheel, because two wheels are there on the gantry girder. So it will be 160. Then you have to add for the impact loading, and we have added the impact loading here. Sorry. So 25% in case of electrically operated crane, 25 kilometer in case of electrically operated crane. Wheel load with impact we can increase, and then factored load we can take. The factored we have taken for the, because dead load and live loads are only there. That's why 1.5 times of that, and it is coming to 1.16 kilonewton. And that load, two wheel load are acting, and then we know that the maximum bending moment is when one of the wheel load and CG of the wheel load will be equidistant to the center of your gantry girder. Okay, so this is the CG of your gantry girder at O point, and from O point one of the wheel load is 301.6 kilonewton, and CG of wheel load, that is here, both are equidistant. So the wheel load distance is given us, that is 3 meter. Okay, and span of gantry girder is also given 6 meter. So if you draw this, so the maximum bending moment is when one of the wheel load and CG of the wheel load, they are at equal distance. So CG of wheel load, if you take, then it will be 1.5 meter at both sides. Enough. So one of the wheel load should be at 0.75 meter and 0.75 meter of the CG of the wheel load. So if these two are at equidistant, then we will say that your gantry girder having a maximum bending moment. So such that we have to find out the maximum bending moment, and then we have find the maximum bending moment, and then also due to the horizontal thrust will be there because the moving loads are there. So we have to find out that also. And the ZP required for initial section, we have to assume the FBD, and then from the assumed FBD you can find out the ZP required. We know that is that MD is equal to beta B ZP into FBD. Okay, so based on that, we know that as per our MD, the design moment is the beta B into ZP into FBD. So FBD already we assume, ZP we have to find out, and this for plastic section is 1, and MD is nothing but you will consider the MU. Okay, so we'll put this value and you can find out the this P required, and using the I and channel section and assuming that 80% of ZP is contributed by the I section. So generally for our this uh, get together, we are taking the I section and the inverted channel section, and uh, that we have considered. So we are what we are considering that 80% of movement is taken care by this I section and only 20% by the this channel section. Okay, so 80% we are taking care by the I section for the moment. So we will take the ZP zero point 0.8 times of that, and ZP of I section will be reduced to 2032 centimeter cube or into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. Then we have to select the section based on ZSP. So we have selected the section ISWP 500 about 95.2 kg per meter, and then width of flange is 250 mm. So based on that width of flange, we have selected the depth of your channel section, that is 350 mm. Why we have given? Because the clear uh, uh, depth of wave more than 250 are required. Okay, so then we have selected the I section and channel section, and based on that you have to find out the self weight of the this entire figure. So weight of ISWB 500, weight of ISLC 350, and weight of crane load. All this we can add, and that is we can add because the crane load is given 0.25 kilonewton per meter, and then all this load we are converting into kilonewton per meter, and that is 1.59 kilonewton per meter. Then factored, after factored, this will be 2.38, and again you have to find out the bending moment due to at the point A due to the factored dead load, that is self weight of this assumed member, and added with the moment, maximum moment added. Okay, so we will get, and based on that, this our trial section is assumed. Based on that, our trial section is assumed as WB 500 and ISLC 350. Now we will say check that this trial section we have assumed or taken, it will take the loads and stresses uh, from the moment of the positions of the wheel of bridge girder, and then we have to find out the elastic lateral dorsal buckling moment as it is given in the page number 128. Green line shows that these steps we already covered in previous lecture. So elastic critical moment of section symmetrical about the minor axis, because it is not about symmetrical about the major axis, because you can see the major axis there is no symmetricity, but about the minor axis you can see the both sides they are symmetrical. So that's why we can use for the E 1.2 of annexure E as page number 128 that the elastic critical moment of section symmetrical about the minor axis, that is y axis. In that, we have to find the factors depending upon that formula, and that is given in page number, refer to page number 40, table 42 of page number 129 to 130. C1, C2, the factor depending upon the loading and the resistant conditions, and then K value, okay. All this KW value and YG is the distance between the application of load and the shear center of the cross section. So there is shear center on entire body you have to find out, and how to find out shear center, that you have to location of shear center you have to find out by actual cross section shown in the figure 1C to obtain the shear center at simplified section. So this is the figure you can see. Uh, uh, the equivalent figure we made with our this IN channel section. So our section is IN channel section, and based on that we are prepared this equivalent section. Okay, this is the equivalent section uh, for this IN channel section, and based on that we can find out the shear center, and that shear centers distance we can find out. Okay, and the center to center distance between these two triangles is nothing but h, that is 499 1.1. That is to be find out. Then different terms in the MCR value. This MCR value you have to find out. T1 pi square EIY LLT square. LLT is the span. Uh, K upon KW, this factor we are find from the table number 42 of I score, and then IWIY, GITG is the modulus of rigidity, and E is the modulus of elasticity. All this value, and shear center we have find out YG and YJ. We can find out for the lift section, because our inverted channel will act as a lift section with I section and the channel section, as I drawn in this figure. Okay, so that's why based on that we have to find out the from value, and we find out the the this MCR value. MCR, that is critical moment. Uh, we have to find out, and then that is your MCR. So this critical value should be greater than your moment coming. So it is much larger than the moment coming on our. In our case, it is around our case. It is six something. Sorry, you can say it. The moment coming on our section by addition of horizontal moment also. So you can see here our value is very less here. It is, you can see uh, bending moment at E. So addition it is 5118.27 only. So that MCR value is much larger than 5118.27 kilometer meter. Okay, so that's why it is safe. It is greater than the 518.27 kilonewton meter. But this is only not enough. You have to go for check for the uh, uh, deflection also. Check for deflection also, and also you have to find out the plastic modulus of the integrated section. Plastic modulus of the integrated section. So to find out that MDZ, so MDZ you have to find out based on this MCR value. So MCR is not the criteria for sorry for checking this moment. So moment MD is still we have to find out. So for that you have to find out the plastic. We know that in our case the beta this MDZ is equal to we have to find out the MDZ, and MDZ is equal to, that is beta B, FBD, beta B, ZP into ZBD. Okay. So now beta B for the section is plastic, then it is one. ZP and FBD we have to find out for the section. MCR already we have calculated. Okay. So why we need MCR? Because to find out the FBD, we need the MCR value. We will come to know that how why we need the critical moment value. Why we need the critical moment value in case of gastric reflux. That is elastic lateral torsional buckling moment. The MCR is nothing but elastic lateral torsional buckling moment. Why we need that? So to calculate the ABD we need that. Okay. To calculate the ABD we need that. Now we have to find out ZP, the plastic section modulus of gantry girder section can be find out. To find the ZP of gantry girder section, we need to find uh, this equal area axis of the section. So we need to find out the equal area axis of the section to find out the ZP. So total cross section area you have to calculate. So area of ISWB 500, area of ISW, ISLC, sorry, area of ISLC. Okay, light channel here is 350. Okay, total area can divide. This is half area of the section. Okay, let the equal axis lie at a distance of YE from top of the section. YE has two possible locations. This YE that is equal. YE is the equal area axis equal equal area axis. So this we have to find out the ZP. This we have to find out the ZP. To find out the ZP, we have to find out this. Okay. So we'll see that how to find out this equal area axis. Now we can consider that two possible cases are there. The equal axis lie within the lip surface. This, you can see that inverted is your channel having a lip portion. Okay, this flange will actually, and this is nothing but 100 mm. The flange of channel is 100 mm, and your eye section is there. So those two sections make as a your ventricular. So lip section, so this is 100 mm. So if YE lies within the flange, that is called as, so this distance is YE. If we consider YE lie in the flange, so that's, so YE lies less than equal to 100 mm. That is when YE lies with the flange width of ISLC 3. एक केस ये हो गया. दूसरा YE lies below the flange, so Y is greater than 100 mm. So we will consider first case. Let us consider the first case, possibility that our Y lies within the flange. That is this. Okay. So I will take. So how to find out the Y? So area by 2, half area by 2 is equal to a वेब एरिया ऑफ ISLC 350. अगर आप फिगर देखेंगे तो उससे आपको समझ में आएगा. अगर आप फिगर यहाँ पर देखेंगे, ये फिगर आप देखेंगे तो इससे आपको समझ में आएगा. तो वाई यहाँ पर मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, इट इज लाई ऑन द वाई लाई ऑन द this within the flange area. So y lie in within the flange area, that is his posture. Okay. तो अब यहाँ पर आप अकेले एरिया अगर हम लेंगे तो क्या क्या आता है. एक तो ये आता है आपका पहला वेव ऑफ द दिस यूर चैनल सेक्शन. देन सेकंड नंबर पे फ्लैंजेस ऑफ चैनल सेक्शन, इसमें वाई आपका आएगा. दिस इज द वाई. नाउ वी डोंट नो, है ना, आफ्टर कैलकुलेशन इट विल कम सम वैल्यू. एंड देन this flange of the eye section and the small part of, you can see here, this channel section also comes into the half portion. Okay, so you can consider this above figure, you can consider the below figure, whatever, but we are considering within the that section that we are going for the above. So if you write down here, so area, wave area of ISLC 350, top flange area by ISWB 500, part area of the flanges of ISLC 350, part area of web of ISWB 500. So all this we can write down, and YE we don't know, the YE minus that area you can write down, and then YE you can find out. So YE is coming 76.6 mm, and our assumption is right. We have taken within the flange, because flange is 100 mm. So our assumption is right. So this is your value of YE. If our assumption is wrong, then again you have to find out that. Okay. So this, by using this figure, you find out the YE, and the YE value we got is 76.6 mm, which is less than 100 mm. So our assumption, first possibility is okay. So possibility A is okay, we have considered in this case. Okay. So taking moment over area over axis, you can find out the ZP. Now after finding out the YE value, YE we know, now you can find out the ZP of the section. So ZP is nothing but, that is summation of ZP is nothing but summation of area into Y bar, summation of area into Y bar. So how many area we have considered in this case? So you can know that this flange of flange part of your uh, channel section, web part of channel section, and flange part of wire section, again web part of channel section, and then small part of this, okay, 5 on 6 in this goes below the equal area axis. All these things we can note down, and we can find out the ZP, that is plastic section modulus of your section. So this I section you are divided into how many parts to find out the plastic section. Okay. So in this case we can find out the ZP. ZP अब हमको मालूम हो गया है ना, क्या क्या इसमें, पहला तो वेव ऑफ ISLC 350 जो ऊपर के साइड में है, ओके, फ्लैंज ऑफ ISLC 350 ये भी ऊपर के साइड में, फ्लैंज ऑफ ISWB 500 is compression flange, top flange, then wave portion of ISWB above equal array, small area, that 4 number we have given here, okay, this one, okay, then wave portion of below the equal area is that this one, okay, then 6 the flange, bottom flange of the your channel section, all these we consider, and we have find out the ZP value. You find out the ZP value, and that ZP value you can write out. Okay. Now we know the ZP value, so you can find out as per clause on page number 8 for 8.2.2 for lateral torsion buckling, page number 54 of IS code. If you go for the page number 54 of your IS code, so here page number how much here, this is 52, 54. Okay, so you can see the here MCR is equal to this, already we have find out. Now after finding our MCR, you can find out this lambda LT value. This page number 54, it is visible to you, this lambda LT value. Okay, lambda LT is equal to under root of beta B ZP FY upon MCR. Okay, so that value you have to find out here by putting all this formula you can get from IS 800 2007. Okay, because this guideline, this code is permissible to you in using examination only, theoretical papers are there. Okay, now we'll put the value beta B, because the section is plastic, that's why it is 1. Then ZP just we have find out above, ZP अभी हम लोग ने यहाँ मालूम किया, और ZP value, that ZP value 2.9 mm, put here the ZP value we have put 29 10 5 into 250. Then MCR हम लोग ने पहले मालूम किया था पेज नंबर 128 से IS कोड में, so that will give you lambda LT value, and alpha LT for roll distance section is 0.21, because our IS section channel section both are roll distance section, and based on that, from this equation you can select alpha LT for the roll distance section, and then phi LT you can find out. Phi LT is 0.5, 1 plus alpha LT, lambda LT minus 0.2 plus lambda LT square. All this lambda LT value, alpha LT value we know now. So phi LT you can find out. Now from the phi LT you can find out the XLT value, 1 upon the phi LT plus under root of phi LT square minus lambda LT square, and this value should be less than 1. So we can find out this value, so phi LT 0.653, which is less than 1. Okay, it is less than 1. Then similarly you find out the XLT using the IS code. XLT you can find out that value also less than 1. This value should be or equal to less than 1. and put the value of XLT and FY upon gamma m0. That is the FBD is given in IS code. The FBD is equal to, you can see, FBD is equal to XLT FY XLT FY upon gamma m0. तो FBD हमारा मालूम हो गया यहाँ पर, है ना? और then you can find out MDZ about the major axis, moment of resistance, moment of resistance, moment of resistance of the section, or you can find out, you can say that design moment of section. Okay, so here you can see that our design moment is coming 612.41 kilonewton meter. So our actual plastic moment or factored moment is 508.21 kilonewton meter for vertical loading. So you can say that it is okay. So in our case, the due to vertical loading, the moment capacity of the section we have chosen ISW 500 and ISLC 350 is safe. Okay. अब यहाँ पर एग्जांपल क्लास हो गया कि हमारा ये खत्म हो गया, है ना? अभी हम लोग ने क्या मालूम किया, सिर्फ एक डायरेक्शन का मोमेंट सेफ है बोल के मालूम किया. नो यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द ZP about the minor axis, है ना? Now you have to find out the ZP about the minor axis. To find the MDY, okay, MDY यानी design moment in about minor axis. This MDZ is design moment about major axis. Okay, so this is design moment in about major axis. Okay, which is greater than the moment about major axis. The moment of section, or you can say it is the factor, or that factor moment of section about major axis. Okay, तो ये वैल्यू हमारी ज्यादा है, इसलिए हम बोल रहे हैं कि MDZ is greater than our MU about the major MUZ. So you can say that this is our same. Now in other axis, that is about minor axis, we have to say check. Okay, so to find out the moment, design moment about minor axis, ये हमको मालूम है. डिजाइन मोमेंट अबाउट माइनर एक्सिस we have to find. उसके लिए 10% of crane capacity plus weight of crab you can consider, that is 25 kilonewton. Okay, 4 wheels are there. 4 wheel को हम divide करें तो 6.25 kilonewton horizontal forces. MOI is equal to 10.546 kilonewton meter. This already we have calculated earlier also. Okay, now the moment the resisted by along the top flange of ISWP and the ISWP. तो यहाँ पर क्या कंसीडर कर रहे हैं कि माइनर एक्सिस, देखिए आपका जो वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन में था तो ये मोमेंट कैपेसिटी हम लोग दे देखा, लेकिन यहाँ पर अब हॉरिजॉन्टल कैपेसिटी हम देख रहे हैं. The channel section or top flange of this I section is only contribute about the resistance of this. Okay, they are horizontal. So we can find out the ZP of this section, ZP about Y1, this about Y1, about minor axis we have to find out ZP. So its ZP is coming at point. Again, this is ZP value you can put here, beta B ZP FY gamma M0 for the plastic moment capacity of the flanges. So MDY is equal to beta B is 1, ZP just we have to find out. We have to find out that is 0.47 into 10⁵, and this FOI is 250 for yielding criteria, and for LD gamma MO is 1.1. All these values you put, then your moment capacity is coming 192.5 kilonewton meter. You can see that it is much larger than 10 point. How much it is coming? 10.546 kilonewton meter. 10.546 546 kN/meter. So it is safe in about the manual axis skill. Now you have to check the interaction equation again, that check for the biaxial movement. तो biaxial movement check करने के लिए हमारा क्या my upon mdy plus mz upon mdz. This value should be put in, and it should be one. Then we can say 0.5, 0 and 0.8. That is assuming 0.9, which is less than 1. Then we can say that our cruise section is okay. So this is the thing that we can find out. Okay. Now check for deflection. So still now you have checked for the strength only. Now you have checked for the deflection for serviceability instead. So we know that when limit state design, because all the design is nothing but limit state method. So limit state method अगर हम देखेंगे तो इसमें दो क्राइटेरिया है. हम लोग चेक करते हैं स्ट्रेंथ प्लस सर्विसिबिलिटी, है ना. सर्विसिबिलिटी में हम लोग कंडीशन में वर्किंग लोड लेते हैं, सॉरी वर्किंग लोड लेते हैं हम लोग चेक करने के लिए, और यहाँ पर हम लोग फैक्टर लोड लेते हैं, फैक्टर्स अप्लाई करेंगे. ओके, so this part already finished up till now. Now for serviceability condition, you can check for the deflection. check for deflection. तो डिफ्लेक्शन चेक करने के लिए हमारा यहाँ पर देखिए कि व्हील लोड है, दो व्हील है ना, दो व्हील है और सेल्फ वेट ऑफ गर्डर है, और ये हमारा गर्डर है एंट्री गर्डर पे. ब्रिज गर्डर का दो व्हील एक्ट होता है, इसलिए 2 पॉइंट लोड हम लोग ने यहाँ पर बताया. ठीक है, तो ये कंडीशन है. तो इस कंडीशन में किस तरह, और यहाँ पर हमारा सेल्फ वेट ऑफ गर्डर आएगा. लेंथ ऑफ गर्डर हमारा ऑलरेडी इट इज 6 मीटर, इट इज गिवन एग्जाम्पल. Okay, and the reaction already we have find out. Okay, now these 2 points loads are there and they are equal, and that is 301 point something kilometer, है ना. And if they are at equal part at center, from the center, then the deflection will be maximum. Then the deflection is maximum because simply supported beam is there, है ना. तो जब ये लोग इक्वल डिस्टेंस पे सेंटर के रहेंगे तो आपका लोड ज़्यादा रहेगा. Now we have to find out moment of inertia of this load. So y bar, moment of inertia for as WB about flanges, tension flanges. तो equal area axis जो हम लोग ने फिगर बनाए थे उससे you can find out this y bar. Okay, y bar you can find out. Then you can find out the IZZ based on the y bar by the parallel axis theorem. Okay, put all these values of these sections, this top flange, bottom flange, this part. Okay, and then you can find out by putting all this H1, H2, H3 value. Okay, you can get this IZZ. Okay, now to calculate the Ymax is equal to, for 3-point loading, this in Brahmapurtham steel table, this deflection problem equation is given. Okay, so this UT is the steel table, so there the deflection limit is given for 3-point loading, and if not given, you can remember this WL cube by 48 ER in bracket 3 into A plus C, L minus 4 in bracket A cube plus C cube divided by L cube. This A, B, C value you can know. A, B, C value you can know. Okay, how you can know? This at the center, so it is 1.5, 3, 1.5. So this will be, if you add, it will come to 6 meters. Okay, so you can find out the A, B, C value as per the position of the load, and then put all these value. And this is for the UDL. This part is for the UDL. That is self weight of gantry girder. Put all these values, you can get the deflection. That is, deflection is coming 8.8 mm after calculation, but allowable deflection is only 8 mm. So this our section I is WB
500 you have chosen, it is not safe in deflection. स्ट्रेंथ में सेफ है लेकिन कहाँ फेल हो जा रहा है? सर्विसिबिलिटी कंडीशन में. तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? अगेन यू हैव टू रिवाइज ऑल द सेक्शन, यू हैव टू रिवाइज द सेक्शन. So same in serviceability, choose I section ISMB 500 along with ISMB 350 over it, and then you can again do the calculation and check for strength and check for serviceability. Okay, so that is today's we have completed the design of your entry header also. I explained you many times uh, that you should see the ice code, you should see the lecture time, you should write the uh, step-by-step calculation. I will share these sheets with all. Already shared on WhatsApp also. So you can go for this design for gantry girder. Same design example you can solve with different loading conditions by varying the crane capacity. आप change करके आप ये design आपने जो मिनी प्रोजेक्ट है इंडस्ट्रियल बिल्डिंग का उसके अंदर आप इंकॉर्पोरेट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. तो इन्होंने अगर आपने चेंज नहीं भी किया और सेम कंडीशन लोडिंग के लिए आपने किया एग्जांपल सॉल्व, अगर तो वो भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाइल राइटिंग, जस्ट कॉपिंग इज नॉट. यहाँ पर क्रेन का अगर करो 180 है इसको 200 कर लो, है ना. क्रेन कैपेसिटी 200 किलोमीटर है, 20 टन है इसको 25 टन कर लो आप, है ना. तो ऐसे आप करके अपना शेड का गैंट्री गर्डर का डिजाइन करो और वो गैंट्री गर्डर का लोड आपके कॉलम पर आएगा ब्रैकेट के थ्रू. तो आपका जो वो कॉलम रहेगा वो कॉलम पे आपको यानी यूनी एक्शियल बेंडिंग आएगा, वन साइड बेंडिंग आएगा. तो यूनी एक्शियल बेंडिंग के कॉलम डिजाइन यूनिट नंबर 3 में हम लोग ने किया है. वहाँ से देखकर आप स्ट्रेंथ क्राइटेरिया के लिए आप कॉलम डिजाइन कर सकते हैं और फिर कॉलम बेस्ड डिजाइन, और इस तरह आपका इंडस्ट्रियल बिल्डिंग प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. अब सिर्फ आपका जो विजिट का पार्ट बाकी है, तो विजिट हम नहीं कर सके तो आई विल through the photographs of previous visit, I will try to complete in coming week wherever possible. So, okay, I will request all of you to complete all the work related to uh, your term work, your practical work. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay. So, I will join you here. So, any question you can ask me or thank you.